All right, Jamie, let's see what you got here. I'm gonna look at your Boudoir Facebook ad here at the bottom from March 2021 and see kind of what's causing it to, basically get worse and worse results over time, burnout. Then we kind of got to throw new ads on top of it to try to find new ones that work and kind of keep refreshing, keep refreshing. And so actually looking at this, I'm going to kind of go through my top 10 mistakes I'm seeing that's causing to ads go perform worse and worse over time. So basically, same ad spend but less revenue, less clients coming in. And, if you're just running ads yourself, normally cause people to feel like kind of desperate. Where do I turn? There's a lot of things with ads. What do I fix next? Or some peeps are paying an agency to run their ads, kind of getting frustrated. They're paying them the same high amount every month, but getting kind of worse and worse results month after month. So, all right, looking at yours, we're going to go through the top 10 mistakes here. And actually, before we start, we can take a look at what I've done with other Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, I've tested kind of how others have done them, tested like kind of their original version, and then I fixed all the mistakes according to my 10 mistakes I'm going to talk about today. And kind of on average, I was able to 2 to 4x the amount of women that were engaging with the ad, consuming the ad, and we should have our offer in the ad copy. So basically getting exposed to our offer. And that kind of secret metric I got there is unique CTR all. We want to have that above 6%. And that's just, how many women are engaging with our ad out of 100. That's all that means. We want to keep that above 6%. Because that's the highest chance our ads can grow and sustain and scale and get better results over time. But kind of everyone's ads I've seen is kind of always below 6%, which is why ads, perform worse and worse and worse over time. So, all right, so that same 10 mistake framework, gonna look at yours. So first mistake that could be a mistake is, does it look like an ad? And for that, I look at the picture. Does it have text on it? No. So no, it doesn't look like an ad, and that's good. Looks like an organic post, which is good because we want more people to engage with the ad and not just scroll by. If it looks like an ad people don't want to be sold to, they scroll by, hurting our ad in the meta ad algorithm auction and not letting it to sustain and grow over time. All right, the next 4 mistakes can happen up here in the see more headline. This is the first 2 3/4 lines on mobile, and then I'll say ... see more to read the rest of the ad copy. So what we want to have here is, this is our headline. This is where 80% of marketing spend is won or lost, literally right here in these first 2 3/4 lines. So this is where we want to get really, really specific of who we're speaking to. And that, again, helps our unique CTRL that I showed in the picture stay above 6% and allowing our ad to sustain and grow better results over time with the same ad spend. So the first thing is we want to have a who. Who are we speaking to in our ad? So let's read yours. Gainesville, Florida photographer, newborn, weddings in Boudoir, city location, Hale Village. Okay, so yours is basically solution. That's what you're showing here. Yeah, so we're missing a who. It's going to bring down our, metrics, cause our ad to perform worse and worse over time. Next thing we want to have is a negative. Basically, what negative experience are women moving away from that our Boudoir shoot can, be the solution for, kind of be that bridge for them to move away from the negative. And we always, always, always want to lead with a negative because humans take action to move from a negative to like getting back to normal, aka getting out of pain, from in pain to no pain. I literally like 100x the rate that people move from normal, no pain, to some gain, some benefit, some pleasure. So we got to hit the negative first because that's the highest probability people will move and take an action, is getting out of a pain that they're in. And an example of this would be, going to the dentist. So we just finished our 6-month cleanup, checkup, whatever. We're at the desk, we're leaving, we're paying, and then the secretary ladies are like, "Hey, are you free 33 Tuesdays from today?" And we're like, "Man, I literally have no clue. But we'll schedule it later. Contact me later when I actually know my schedule." So, month 4, month 5, they're trying to contact us for a 6-month appointments, book us, but we're busy. We're ignoring their texts. We're ignoring their autoresponder or auto texter. Because basically they gain the positive experience of having slightly cleaner teeth and maybe, the peace of mind of knowing that we have no cavities. It's not large enough compared to what we're trying to do day to day. So we never take the action to schedule the 6-month checkup. And then, they text us month 8, month 10, month 12, trying to get us in. Well, month 14 rolls around. We haven't been back to the dentist yet. And man, during breakfast, we're eating. This food is killing. Dude, every single bite, pain on the right side of our mouth in the back. One of our teeth back there. Throbbing all day till lunch. And same thing at lunch. Like, dude, I can't eat anything. It's killing me. So then that afternoon, we go and call up our dentist office, and we're like, "What? What do you mean you can't get me in at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow? This thing's killing me. I can't focus. I probably won't even be able to sleep tonight." And they're like, "Well, dude, we're booked the next 3 weeks. We don't have space." And so we're rushing around. We're stressed, trying to find the next dentist. Calling up a bunch of other dentist office to someone get us in tomorrow morning, because this thing's killing me. I got to solve this right now. And we finally find a dentist. We go in. All right, cavity filled, fixed. Tooth is all good. Oh, phew, back to normal. So, literally like a year, 400 days, we did not, the pleasure, the positive experience of having teeth a little bit cleaner was not enough to get us to take action. But one day, with pain in our tooth, was enough for us to take action to move away from that negative experience and get back to normal. So, and that's like 400x the rate. Instead of 400 days doing nothing, and one day we actually did something, made something happen. So it's the pain that makes the humans move more than a positive experience. Humans just want to get back to normal. So that's why we want to lead with something negative, and we're missing that here. We don't have a negative. So we're being less specific. So causing our unique CTRL metrics to drop, not as many women engaging with the ad. So actually, as we get more specific, initially we'll actually have way more people engage with the ad, like I showed you in the screenshot at the beginning of the video. So no negative, not good, leading to worse results for the ad, causing it to perform worse and worse over time. Next, we do want to have a positive here. So even though the positive is, magnitude, it's nothing comparable to the negative, we want it there to actually include it for some mental contrast, negative, positive tension in the brain, where people are saying, I do not want that, but I do also want this, kind of different items that their brain is latching onto. So we're missing a positive here. So we're missing that negative, positive tension. And no, none of the things you've listed are positive. Those are all solutions. Newborn purchaser, solution. Weddings, solution. Boudoir photography, solution. And it's what do people get out of those? Happiness, joy, preserving family memories, feeling sexy again, confident again. Those are positives that they get from using our solution, and that they're saying in their brain that they want. So these kind of the who are we speaking to, kind of a self-label. We're missing that here. What do people say that they're in their brain? A negative, what are people saying they want to get away from? Positive, what are people saying they actually want? And then the final thing we want to see more headline is a hesitation / roadblock. What is stopping someone from taking an action to move away from the negative, get rid of the negative, and also get this other positive thing? So basically what is preventing them, or maybe a reason they're not going with another solution provider. What is that they're saying in their brain? And yeah, we test all this stuff, and the data actually tells us what the market is thinking, and we simply follow the data. So we're missing that hesitation / roadblock. So we're really missing that triangle of mental tension, the negative, the positive, and the hesitation / roadblock. So we're missing really getting super specific, which means our unique CTR, kind of our ad life duration metric, kind of a proxy, is going to be below 6%. And so, decaying over and over time. All right, so that is the See More headline. So, all right, so all that's the first 5 mistakes that can happen. And it all happens in that highlighted zone right there. Because again, that's where 80% of our ad spend is won or lost. Next, they click on see more, which is right here. And then they open the ad copy. All right, so we only got 1 sentence ad copy, which, all right, well, we'll see what we're missing here. So we can think of the See More headline up here as kind of our hook 1. And after they click on ... see more to read the rest of our, ad copy, we want to give them some reason to keep reading. And we should have more details here. The ad copy should be longer. So we would like to put kind of a next is, we call it hook 2, which is basically like a why should I listen to you, an authority hook. Authority hook 2, which is same as what I did at the beginning of this video, where I kind of showed how I have been able to, 2 to 4x on average improve Boudoir Facebook ads, the amount of women consuming the ad copy and getting exposed to the offer. So the ad offer, yeah, should be in here, but we'll get to that. So the authority, we're missing that. So we're gonna have less people reading through, less people getting pre-qualified, dragging down our metrics, making our ads perform worse and worse over time because our ads actually go to worse and worse prospects over time based off our initial kind of metrics and conversion rates the first few days of the ad being live. All right, next mistake that can happen in the body copy is not having a story or a narrative, to empathize with what they're going through in their current life right now. And we're missing that. Also, kind of one comment on the ad is kind of people that want newborn portraiture, weddings, and boudoir photography are like all different people. So if they're all in one ad, this is the meta ad algorithm's like, who the heck do we show this to? All right, so that's just like one comment. But all right, getting back to the body copy here. We want a story or narrative because we want people to know that we understand their exact situation, what they're going through. It's kind of like if we had a third-person camera recording, them during the day, and then we write out that movie scene of what they're doing, thinking, and feeling. That's the story / narrative, and it's part of our 1-2 punch. Punch 1 is you see more headline, meeting them in their conversation they're having in their brain, saying what they do want, saying what they don't want, saying what's an issue for them moving forward. And punch 2 would be the ad body copy moving down here. And that 1-2 punch really makes this, kind of the only option for them because nobody else is as specific about what they're going through as us. All right, so we're missing that story narrative. Again, less people getting pre-qualified, less people of the right people coming through, ad metrics getting hit because of that, and ad performing worse and worse over time. All right, the third and final thing we want to have in the body copy is our full offer. And that is because we want people to be pre-qualified when they click through and actually know what we're offering, because that's part of Meta's ads goes to people that convert and people that click. So if, we want to actually filter everyone and get them to not click if they're not a perfect fit for our offer. So kind of hiding our offer behind just behind a click hurts our ad with Meta. And yeah, you can check your unique CTR numbers to see where you're sitting at. So yeah, missing the ad offer, that's a mistake. Less people being pre-qualified, less conversions. Our ads go into more of the wrong people, which means even more or less conversions over time, and ad kind of burning out, dying out on us. All right, the final 2 mistakes can happen here at the bottom of the ad. which is we want to have no words and no button. We want to have the minimum amount of stuff at the bottom of the ad. 3 reasons for that. Reason 1 is, so basically reason 1 is 5%, that this is mistake 9, is it makes it look more like an ad. There are no organic posts that have a below creative headline or a button on them. Those are only ads that businesses are running and people don't want to be sold to, so they're scrolling by, hurting the amount of women engaging, hurting our unique CTR all, pushing it below that kind of 6% threshold, and pushing our ad to die out much faster. Now, reason 2 for this mistake 9, 15%, is once people are reading up here and they're scrolling, their brain kind of processes it, their subconscious processes it once they get here. And so if there are any incongruent words between what's highlighted there and what's down here, it will trigger the error detection network in the brain. And it will say, error, incongruent, continue scrolling. And this all happens subconsciously, automatically. And so 15%, that's the problem. And so it's really actually best to have no text here in the bottom left. There's really no benefit. But 80%, the reason to not have any text or button down here is it gives people an opportunity to click and take action on our ad without clicking see more up here, see more up here to read and consume the rest of our body copy and actually see our full offer, what we're talking about. Now, we don't have this here. So yeah, basically like, I guess it's not as important now, but we would want to put the ads basically in full offer in the body copy. And this kind of helps us with that. All right, the last and final mistake is the objective. I don't know if you're making this mistake, but the objective, leads, messages, traffic, always the wrong objective. I'm guessing you're doing engagement with a DM optimization because your button says send message right there. All right, here's what that does. Meta takes the city that we're targeting and it goes to the 6% slice of the audience that is most likely, 95% plus percentile, most likely to engage with a DM ad and send a DM. And there's also, it also includes kind of the words in the text, because Meta does have an AI text scanner. But the objective we choose really kind of decides which cluster of people to go to. Now the problem with this is we're not optimizing for people that respond after sending the first message. We're not optimizing for people that book a call or show up to a call after responding to the first message. And we're certainly, with this objective, not optimizing for people that buy after sending the first message. So kind of, I'm guessing you want buyers, but we're not optimizing for buyers. So our ads are going to people that optimize for messages and only by basically the data points on their Meta profiles, which Meta knows all on the back end. And so we're optimizing for people with this one optimization, sending a DM, but very few of those people will have like basically buying intent, buying data points on their profile, on their Meta profile. So we're basically getting kind of worse, small slice of prospects that will actually be buyers and want to spend money. But I don't know what objective you're using. Could be using a correct objective. And so I'll give you half a mistake on that one. All right, now we're going to go through the full score and kind of compare you to everyone else, or the rest of the boudoir industry at least. Those are the only ads I review. So let's see, we got, does it look like an ad note? And see more headline. All right, all 4 mistakes in see more headline, yep. All 3 mistakes in body copy. Below creative headline, yep, that's a mistake, so that's 8. So 8.5 mistakes out of 10. And the average in the boudoir industry is 7.5 out of 10 mistakes. So yeah, you're right around the average. And kind of general, yeah, more words is usually better in an ad to get more specific. More specific is always much better than more general. So yeah, you may have seen your ads kind of, perform worse and worse over time. And, basically get fewer results for the same ad spend, which means you got to create more ads, but you don't really know what to create. You don't know why, which variables to play with to test. And so if you want to get this fixed and basically move from a breaking down Boudoir Facebook ad to an up and running, much better Facebook ad, I do got something to help. But just think of this right now. Think if our Boudoir Facebook ads breaking down over time, performing worse and worse over time, lower ROAS, less sales for the same ad spend, yada yada. Where, if our car was doing that, getting worse and worse over time, where would we bring that? Breaking down over time more and more, performing worse over the time more and more. We would obviously bring that to a car mechanic. And so for a Boudoir Facebook ad, that's breaking down more and more over time, getting worse and worse results over time. Same ad spend but less results, breaking down over time. Where do we bring that? Yes, that's right. Obviously to a Boudoir Facebook ads mechanic. So I do have a Boudoir Facebook ads mechanic offer today to fix these root cause problems in the ad. And so we went over the 10 mistakes, but actually smushed those down into 5 root cause problems. And yeah, I'll go over those right now. Does it look like an ad? No, so you don't have that root cause problem. See more headline up here? Yeah, you got 0 out of 4 specific attributes. So that's root cause problem. The body copy, yes, this is a root cause problem. You're missing, you got 0 out of 3 parts. Below creative headline and button, we do not want to have these, but the button is required for the engagement objective with DM optimization. So you're kind of required to have a button using that objective. So that's 3 root cause problems causing your ads to perform worse and worse over time. Burnout, need to refresh creatives, stagnant business, and then half of the last root cause problem, which would be the objective. So you got 3.5 out of 5 root cause problems with your ad, which is causing it to perform worse and worse over time, kind of breaking down more and more over time, like a car breaking down over time. Now, the next thing is, if you do want to fix these, I got 2 options. Option 1, I charge $50 per root cause problem that I fix. So yeah, you just got your diagnosis. That's why the ads are performing worse and worse over time. And so you can have me fix 1 or 2 or all of them. You choose how many you want. $50 a piece. And yeah, obviously you can take these fixes to go from your this ad to all your current ads and all the ads you make in the future. So if you have me fix all 3, it'd be $175, or all 3.5 root cause problems. Make your ad work better. Then option 2 is the better value one, where I work on all your ads, create all your ads, test all your ads, as many as you want, $100 a month, and we collab as much or as little as you want, all done for you. Both offers are done for you. And kind of a big thing is Portraits, Weddings, and Boudoir. These all got to be their own. These all got to be their own ads. These are all different avatars. And it's really confusing Meta's ad algorithm, probably leading to the ad burning out faster than it would normally. And yeah, that's it. So there's the 2 offers. Now you got my phone number, you got my email, and whatever social platform you're watching this on. So yeah, if you want either of those offers, hit me up. And what you do, I'll be asking what you got for me, and we'll go from there. All right, adios.